standing on board a truly special Grand Banks 60 Flybridge. These are real pedigree ocean-going yachts, but what this owner has done with their 60 Flybridge I've never seen before, and that's a testament to the amount of customization that you can do when you buy one of these beautiful yachts. So I'm going to take you on a full tour of this one. I think you're going to be really surprised with what you find. I can't wait to show you. Let's start the tour by stepping on to the swim platform. Now your tender launches from the Flybridge, so this is a terrific spot to do what I'm doing, which is appreciating the arrangement on the transom here, which is all for entertaining. I'm going to open this up to show you. There's an enormous cooling chest in here, which I was really surprised to see. Owners have the ability to customize their Grand Banks to a really large degree, and this owner, as I said in the introduction, has done some really cool and interesting things. Something I've seen on other GB60s is this electric canyon grill here for doing some barbecuing. That of course looks brilliant. We'll step up and take a look at this beautiful aft cockpit, completely shaded by the Flybridge above us, and this is where all of the relaxation and dining takes place. It really is beautiful to see that high gloss teak table that can leaf over to give you more space when you're not dining, to walk around. There's the hatch. We'll take down to look at the engines a little later, but it's a beautiful place. I'll just turn around so you can see what I'm pointing out. There's a couple of refrigerated drawers just there for all of your drinks. There's another one of those just ahead of me, just here. And then, as you can see, we've got this terrific window section that opens into the aft galley. Now, on many boats you'd find that this would be on a gas strut and this would open up, but I love the elegance of this. We've got this timber trim, but that window actually actuates down out of view, so that you've just left with this beautiful unobstructed view into the saloon. I think that's really, really clever and particularly good looking as well. We're going to jump into that saloon soon, but let's go up the side decks actually. This is nice, isn't it? The cappings on the bulwarks, that's particularly nice. We've got that overhang of the Flybridge that extends all the way out, so you do feel that, as people say, that little ship feeling. Good width too on these sidewalks, great height on the side rails, and then a couple of steps up onto the forward deck. Those hatches hint at the accommodation that we're going to see shortly. You could, of course, have or bring up some cushions to enjoy this as an area to relax. Of course, all of the anchor gear situated here. There's the foot controls to operate those, locker for the chain and other things, etc. But we might just spin around slowly and give you a view of that Flybridge. We're going to head up there very, very soon. But it's a beautiful, grand looking boat, isn't it? The Grand Banks name, I think, is pretty apt for a boat of this style and quality. And we'll come all the way down this side deck and we'll spin around and we'll have a look in the saloon. And they really are a beautiful thing. The thing that I really appreciate about Grand Banks is they go to great lengths to give you an uninterrupted line of sight right through the saloon. When it comes to things like refrigeration, they purposely design refrigeration drawers, and there's many of them, so you aren't without freezer and refrigeration space. But you can see all the way around, there's nothing obstructing your view. You've got these beautiful large sliding window sections. It's very graceful. It's a very graceful space. And you've got that beautiful connection out to that aft cockpit as well. A dinette section like this with a folding teak table this very thoughtful two-seat settees like this. Great for conversation and socialising. And you would have spotted there's a television that rises up out of that cabinetry there. Terrific socialising space. The galley is really well equipped. More of those refrigerated drawers there. As I said, there's many of them. There's a induction cooktop there with 3 burners. We've got a 3/4 size dishwasher drawer in there, or probably it's a half size dishwasher. But the thing I like most about being in this cabin is just the amount of windows. It feels very graceful, it feels very classic, but it still feels really contemporary, and it still feels very high end. And isn't this a view out from the galley? It's really special, isn't it? Beautiful. Let's take a look at the helm. By the way, there's a sisal carpeting underfoot, which I think ties in beautifully with that sort of darker tones, the walnut finishes that we've got here. Really, really nice. Here's the helm, positioned next to the door that will take you out. You can see that we've got a pair of, I think these are the Ferruro. Yeah, they are the Ferruro multifunction displays. We've got our pair of bow thrusters there. This has been fitted with a joystick. There's no crew. This is an owner-operated boat, so that's excellent for manoeuvrability in and out of tight spots, of course. The engine controls there. We're going to see those engines later. And that beautiful wooden steering wheel like that, that's just lovely to look at, isn't it? A very elegant helm bench seat like this. These sections fold down, these footrests fold down. But it's elegant looking, highly sophisticated, up to date, but just a beautiful space to enjoy. Like this. We're going to go down and take a look at the lower deck. Now this is where I was really, really surprised when I came on board. Normally on a 60-foot boat, you'd expect to find 3 cabins, probably 2 to 3 heads. But this owner has decided to do something completely different and solely for their needs. And here's what we've got. This is the owner's cabin. It's forward into the bow, but take a look at what they've done. They've run the bed sideways across the beam. That's a big, I'd say probably a king-sized bed. And then forward from that is something you don't see very often. We've got this beautiful velveted lounging section. There's like a desk section like this with some little hanging locker areas. Those beautiful analog clocks, and the other one is probably barometric pressure. This is filled with the light from that hatch above, and there's all sorts of storage built into the beautiful cabinetry like this. But here's where it gets interesting. You might normally find another cabin built into this side of the boat, but this owner has decided they wanted extra wardrobe space. So this entire area with this door that slides across is just for wardrobe space. It's a very large built-in wardrobe, and it might not suit you and it might not suit me, but you get to really have what you want when you build a boat with Graham Banks, and that's what this owner's done. They've built in a set of, it's like a tall boy integrated there. There's also another full-length hanging locker. See if I can pop that open for you. Well, that's actually made a liar out of me. That's for linen. I guess there's enough full-length hanging lockers on board. And then just further back is the owner's ensuite head. Big walk-in shower with the spot for all your grooming things like that. Just beautiful, elegant looking ensuite. All of the use of teak and walnut, it's very, very nice. Big mirror sections like this. So much of the lower deck is dedicated just to the owners, but it doesn't end there. And this is really surprising. The second cabin is extremely unusual. It has its own ensuite. So there's a toilet there, there's a basin there like that. I'll just pull this door across. There's a little seating area, just like that. But check this out. If we drop down under the helm on the main deck, we find this. So what they've built in is two singles. Normally you'd see them either in like over under bunks or side by side, but these have been built to run right across the beam of the boat. Isn't that interesting? You might have seen that on another boat. I've never seen it, certainly not on a Grand Banks, and certainly not on any of the boats that I've toured in the 2 years I've had this channel. But I reckon this is awesome. Good amounts of headroom when you get to this point. There's little set of drawers there. It's got pretty good lighting down here, courtesy of these halogens. But check that out. This would be fun. I mean, if you had younger guests, wouldn't they love to come down here away from the adults, stay up all night talking? This is just fantastic. And, you know, the owners, what they wanted was to have the lion's share of the lower deck. And that is what they got. How about that? What an owner's cabin. Brilliant. There's still a couple of things to show you. We're going to spin out of the main deck. Actually, what we'll do, we'll come back this way and we'll just maneuver our way through here. Cheers. Because we want to have a look at the fly deck, which is up here. And again, this owner has done something a little bit different. So, what have we found? We've got a Flybridge helm ahead of us there. We've got an L-shaped dining section just here. We've got, now this, you might normally see a grill here. Now we've got one of those on the transom. So this is more like a serving area. There are a couple of cooling drawers just underneath there, but this is where you'd be coming up with all your platters and all of the things that you want to do while entertaining on board here and laying all out there for your guests. Isn't that wonderful? And then just back from here, they've arranged a nice big sun pad. Now I've seen other versions where this lounging comes back here with another summer kitchen, but they've gone for this arrangement. I think it's particularly nice. It's shaded by the overhead like this, and then ahead of us we've got the boat's tender, which will be obviously manoeuvred off with that big crane like that. So a real customized motor yacht, and I think it's different for sure, but I think, whoops, sorry, but I think it works particularly well. The last thing we're going to do is duck down and take a look at the engines, which are just ahead of us here. Now the great thing about Grand Banks is they really finish off their engine room spaces and their lazarettes really beautifully. You can see here that it's been lined with teak. It's well lit. It's really nice down here. We've got a Seakeeper 9, obviously, just ahead of me here. There's a place here for things like deck chairs, etc. And then if we come all the way back through this door, we find the engines. So these are Volvo Penta, these are the D13, these are the 900 horsepower shaft drive engines. Now you can get some other options, that's what's been fitted here. These give the boat a top speed of about 30-31 knots, and you'd be cruising somewhere in the vicinity of about 25 or 26 knots. And if you drop the cruising speed right back, you could extend the range out, but at about 20-21 knots, you'll get a range of about 760 nautical miles. I'm just going to come forward a little bit so I can show you. Access around these engines is actually quite good, given all of the equipment that's down here. There's 5,000 litres or 1,500 gallons of fuel, so there's plenty of fuel on board, which is how you get those ranges. But it's particularly good. You can get this boat fitted with IPS drives if you wanted to do that. You can also do that, and there's also a larger engine option as well. But I think the thing I want to impress on you is just how well laid out and how beautifully executed these engine bays are. You can see how everything's locked down, everything's finished off beautifully well. They're just a special boat. All right, I think we'll come out of here and we'll finish the tour. So that's our walkthrough tour of this really special Grand Banks 60 Flybridge. What did you think? Oh, I thought it was fantastic. I love the owners have really owned the design of their boat, and they've ended up with something really unique to their needs, and I love that about Grand Banks. Hope you enjoyed this one. I'll see you next week, another yacht tour. Bye for now.